book I read was Silas Marner by George Eliot, published in 1861 in the UK. This was a very interesting book. Reading this book and doing psychoanalysis on it really taught me how much we can learn by digging deeper. First, I'm going to start out with telling you a little bit about this book. This book is about the main character of Silas Marner and a little girl that comes to him, and her name is Eppie. This girl actually ends up being Godfrey Cass's daughter, and that mom actually dies, which is Godfrey Cass's wife. But no one knows that it was Godfrey's wife, so he's hiding this secret because he doesn't want people to know he's married, because he wants to marry this other lady. So in the middle of the story then, his real wife dies, and so he gets married to this other lady that is the best and everything, and doesn't even tell her that he was married to someone else, and that he in a sense killed her because he told her that there would be nothing worse than having her as his wife. So that was kind of a bad deal. But anyway, then it goes on, and Eppie grows up, and then they find out that Dunsey had actually stolen Silas Marner's gold. And Mr. Marner had always trusted in his gold, and he counted every night. So it was really important to him, and it disappeared one night, and no one knew what happened. So they found Dunsey then at the bottom of some stone pits by Silas Marner's house. So the stone pits were filled with water, and they drained them. And so they found him there, and that's when Godfrey Cass confesses that that Eppie was his daughter. So then that makes us really realize how much psychoanalysis is in this, because we start from the bottom and we see Godfrey Cass. He's always struggling. He doesn't use much of his super ego, which is the good part. You can kind of compare it. Your id is the devil on the shoulder, and your super ego is the angel on the shoulder. Then the ego is the mind in the middle. The ego is you making that decision between the super ego and the id. So Godfrey depended a lot on his id. He went a lot on his id, but then he tried to correct himself always afterwards, but he never really did a good job. He always, again, relied on his id. And then we go to Eppie and Silas Marner and Dunsey. Those three main characters, they were mainly relying on their id as well. Mr. Marner was trusting in his gold, and it didn't work out for him. Dunsey trusted in lying and trying to cheat everyone, and it didn't work out for him. Eppie, on the other hand, she really did work with her super ego a lot and did a really good job and then it ended out good for her. She actually got married to Aaron, a really nice boy. And that's my story.